Sorry, wasn't quite expecting to be quite that quick. So Quinn, you were here last year, first year as coach of this team anyway, second year. How are you feeling the team is prepared for this one? Obviously a really good season so far, but this is kind of the most important game here in Christchurch. There are other ones that are probably a bit more higher up the totem pole, but how are you feeling so far?
No, just really excited for this opportunity. Like, another game for us to improve on our habits and keep building as a team towards some of those games later in the year, but just looking forward to the opportunity.
Awesome. You are missing one of your star players today. It's good for him, but not so good for the guys here. How are you expecting the team to sort of deal with Tama Isaac not being here? I know you've had people in and out throughout the year with New Zealand honours and things like that. Who are you sort of expecting to have to take the playmaking role with him not being here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity for Tama and we're fully backing him to do well, but it's just next man up for us. Like, we've got a lot of depth and we've drawn on that depth all year, so it's just the same thing as always. Next guy up, we have strong belief in everyone. So yeah.
So last question, last year was kind of like, you know, it was gravy, like we didn't really expect with a really young team. What's the sort of expectations you have, maybe not shared with the team, but what are you sort of feeling? How high can this team go locally, South Island, nationally?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. Our focus isn't like down the path, just on this next game and next practice. We're just constantly trying to get better, and then the chips will fall where they land. So
sounds like you've been in America. Very, very nice, smooth answer. Anyway, all the best. Thank you very much for the game, Quinn.
Thanks, James. And interesting what Quinn Clinton had to say there. Coach of the Rangiora High School team, Mike Barrett, over there now with James.
All right, so Mike, pretty tough season. Like, these were the number one guys basically throughout. A dog fight for, I think, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. St. Thomas won it last year, eliminated through. You guys got their number 2 seed and have come all the way here. How sort of confident are you with the way the team's sort of performed when it's mattered most so far?
We're very confident. We've been getting better and better every week. We've had Liam Connolly come back into the team in the last 3 weeks, and he's made a big change to us in our finer details, and just changing our defensive end up and making it a lot stronger. So
I did ref one of your games, and I was like, they've got a chance to win the whole thing. So there was the game against Shirley boys where I felt like Shirley made a run. You guys were like, well, that's fine. We'll just hit a 3 at the end. So how important is the sort of 3-point shooting and making for your team's success? Like, or have you got different ways you think you might look to try and put pressure on this team?
We're definitely a 3-point shooting team. Like, we almost live or die by the 3, but last week we changed it up and we scored majority inside. We probably shoot 40% from the 3-point line most games, but we know this game we very much have to get inside and attack the paint, get the refs involved in the game. So.
And then last question, have a look at this. How cool is this? How loud do you expect the Duck supporters to be tonight?
I can tell you there's a lot of duck whistles and a lot of air horns there, so I'm hoping this will be the noisiest Rangiora crowd we've ever had.
Well, thank you so much. All the best for the game.
Thanks, James. So there's from both coaches, both philosophical about how it's going to go tonight, and quite a big Rams influence, as you saw those banners at the back when the interview was going on with Liam Connolly, who's one of the assistant coaches for the Rams. He's kind of overseeing basketball operations at Rangiora, and Travis Dixon also on the bench over there. Obviously Quinn Clinton being a Rams player and also on the Rams coaching staff, so it's good to see those top level guys getting involved in their local high school basketball level and giving back to the next group of young talent.
Yeah, well, some of their talent played in the Rams as well. It's not just the coaching staff, but yeah, some big units here. Like, it's kind of like we're just getting year on year just better and better athletes who are saying basketball's my sport that I want to really excel in. And you know, you can see Jake Holmes jumping up in front of us right there. He's one of those guys. And then on the other end, Ihaka Kate, Hawani Ufopo Tongia, missing Tama Martin. Sorry, not Tama Martin. Tama Isaac, yeah. Sorry. Just, tremendous talent, both teams here.
How much of a leveler do you think that will be? Obviously, Christ College has had a very strong season to date. So how much of a leveler do you think without their kind of star guard, and he is a star guard, let's face it, he logged minutes in the NBL side
when it counted.
So and to be away with the junior Tall Blacks is amazing.
Yep.
Does that bring them back a little bit towards Rangiora having a good shot at this?
I think so. I think we're in for a good game. And obviously, commentators, what do we want? We want a close, exciting game. I do think that's the case because, despite what Quinn said, like they've had guys in and out all throughout and they've all had to learn and adjust to things. At the end of the day, are they more talented with Tama or without? They're more talented with them, and people slot in where they're most comfortable with. So, even if they get to the stage they should be, 100% capacity towards the end of the game, they're probably not going to start there. And that's a chance where Rangiora, if they make those threes, if they can bully them inside a bit with Jonty Daniels there.
That's what I've noticed just looking at the warming up here. They're actually slightly bigger side than what Christ College are across the board. So, if they do get some interior presence going, it could be interesting. And then, obviously, Jake Holmes, well, we know he can rain from the three-point line because we see him do it in Premier Men's Club basketball every week. And so if he was to get hot,
that helps out a lot.
That could make it very interesting because then you'd have the inside and the outside going all at the same time, which is kind of what Mike Barrett was sort of alluding to.
Yes.
A slight change in where they like to score their points.
Now, the thing which I think both teams won't really surprise each other with, their guards really like to get up and in and just harass the opponents up and down the court. So, there's guys in this Rangiora team that are going to put in that effort. Basically everyone in Quinn's team puts in the effort as well. So you're not going to find just an easy, just dribble it up and get, settle into your offense and move guys where you want. You're going to have to be fighting against pressure and dealing with that and getting guys where you want them to be set up.
So about 2 minutes and 20 to go here until we're on deck for the first quarter of this Thomson Trophy Div 1 final for 2024. Christ College have left the floor already, so they're in their huddle, and Rangiora just still chilling and finishing with a flourish.
Yes, very nice there. So final 2 minutes. I did forget to get a print out of all the team names, but we'll try and get one sent over. Otherwise, we'll use the live sets kindly provided by Sharon and Nigel Earwood, and they've recruited a new trainee there, Jack Studholme, back for his second game of stats ever, but also on the same day, finals day, for our Division 1 competitions. Lincoln University, Thomson, Whelan Trophy. Whelan got wrapped up by St Andrews, not too tested in that game. And I'm hoping, just like last night, we got the right game.
We did. We got the close one, didn't we? That was the Div 2 final, where Hagley College took it out over Lincoln.
So referees for the game, you can just see them walking up to the score bench. No, we've lost them, but anyway, it is Jaden Rosanowski as the crew chief, and then referees Raywin Willix and Blake Rosanowski alongside him. Raywin and Blake definitely, Raywin's refereed 240 NBL games. I think I got told about that by my boss a couple of weeks ago. Blake's done some of the Rapid League stuff. There we go, there's their names here. And then Jaden, really, really good club referee for us locally here, multiple tournaments, and does a tremendous job organising referees and helping us getting them all assigned. It's final talks here. One of the good things, which I didn't ask Quinn about, Hawani Fopotongia injured his ankle in last week's semi-final game. Didn't play on the weekend. Had a team in the semi-finals for under 23 and men's premier, so set that out, but I did see him warming up and jumping around and looking pretty fine for that. And you can hear Mike Barrett was right. The duck calls are loud and in an effect. And handshakes with the score benches. So last couple of seconds here before we tip off. And it is a pretty full stadium. There's the odd seat around on the baseline grandstand if you want to sit down there. A number of people standing up behind us though.
And it's going to get loud pretty quick, yes, right? So
very quick.
The school rivalry, there you see. Pretty good crowd here
So it's going to be Ihaka Kate, and he's jumping up against number 2, Ollie Shaw. Sorry, not number 2, Oscar Tate, sorry. Ihaka Kate versus Oscar Tate. There we go, jump ball is up, it's tapped by Ihaka Kate, but out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so Rangiora get the first opportunity.
And here we go, Jenkins with the ball, he'll be inbounding it. So you don't often see a ball just won by the jump and then tapped straight out of bounds.
So Shaw. There's long range, first up effort from Holmes, and he's just trying to find that 3-point range early. Has that capability.
And there's Hawani looking pretty healthy there. Ihaka Kate.
Kick out to the corner, doesn't take it. Oh wow, spinning move.
Well, that ankle looks fine, doesn't it? Like
That looks pretty sharp to be able to go through a gap like that and score.
There we go, there's that ball pressure we were talking about beforehand.
Tongia doing a great job of staying just in front there. Another 3 ball. This time Holmes pulls down the rebound, skip pass across the floor.
And just a little lackadaisical there. Ball just turned it over, and then it's almost just an invitation to score if you give the ball to Christ College and sort of semi-transition.
Good pressure again here from Christ College. Kick out. Extra pass to the corner. No. Tate left it long.
Well, I think maybe Mike Barrett was just having a go, so we're going to really look to change how we score.
Everything's been a 3-pointer so far.
To be fair, the defense of Christ College have collapsed straight in every time there has been a drive. First foul, I think this is going to be on Holmes. It is number 14, the call there.
Yep, Heath on his way to the basket, bumped out of the way.
First baseline high here for Christ College.
Oh, wide open under the basket he was too, but Kate ends up with it with Holmes on him. That's a good battle. Some good length in amongst those two.
And they're both kind of threes who can kind of post up a little bit as well.
Holmes puts it on the floor. He's looking to make way into the basket. What a pass inside to Tate, who's been fouled. Shaw on that cut. Number 5, the little guard.
I think
Very timely. Have a look here. Just nothing happening, and then all of a sudden he goes, I'll just go into that little gap that's right there.
On a scale of 1 to Tyler Selkel from last night, that's probably about an 8 or 9 there.
Pretty nice pass. Just a little nervy on the first one. I think they just see the ball go through the basket once, they might calm down a little bit. Left that one long. Rebound comes down. Holmes wide open. 3 ball on its way. Left it short. Tongia puts it on the floor. He's strong at going to the rim. He couldn't finish it. Got his own rebound.
Oh, he's swallowed up there.
It's been blocked twice now in a row.
Well, he stuck with it to get the rebound though, didn't he? Here's Kate just setting something up here.
Oh, good defense here coming from Rangiora. Shot clock down to very low digits and just rimmed out at the last second.
Yeah, Boston Piedata. He hit 8 threes last weekend and they're just demolition of St Andrews.
3 ball on its way and it doesn't go. Little flat that time. Jenkins put that one up.
So what's that? That's their 4th or 3rd? 5th, I think, maybe even.
Attempt. Kate. Tongia, strong move. Kick out pass. This time it's good.
And that was beautiful follow through, directly in line behind for us to see. Never looked like it was missing there, and that pass has missed everyone. So it does certainly look like a little bit of nerves here. This Christ College team was here last year.
They just need to settle. Yeah, everyone on the floor was here last year. Am I right in saying that?
I think College? So, yeah. Everyone who's on the floor at the moment, there'll be a couple of guys on the bench.
Nijar was...
He was one of the energy guys from last year.
Here's Heath. 3 ball. Rims out. Rebound for Nijar, and it's going to get the roll.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, like, how long do you go? Like, you got to calm these nerves. Mike Barrett had the same thought, like, 9 points in, 3 minutes and a bit. Not the end of the world. It's not fantastic, but it's not terrible. It's the 0 on the other side, which is the big, big issue for them.
It is, and to give up that early lead, confidence-wise, they just really need to maybe run a play and get something direct to the basket. A bit like that cut that we saw. Just to calm down a little bit and see the ball go through the basket, because at the moment, if you do hit those shots, it's good.
Yeah, it's easy.
Sometimes it's a little bit of fool's gold as well. It's not the worst thing in the world to start like this and then have to calm down and build from here. At the moment, Christ College are having a happy time of it, doing pretty much what they want. So we'll see whether they can come out and get a little bit more organised and run something. Same lineup.
Yeah, and it can just be we saw it last night. It took a while for some of the guys to sort of get used to, like, the different environment from what you're used to. Like, there's people right behind the back wall there that you can see on this side. The stands fall behind their benches. It's pretty much, because it's a neutral venue, there's going to be constant noise for one team or the other the whole time through.
It just feels like a bigger court, even though it isn't. Good pressure here, and they just about come up with it, but Daniels in the end relieves that pressure. Here's Jenkins.
Needed 2 360 spins to get
Took
out.
quite a bit of time out of their shot clock, so they're down to 6. So this is going to have to be a rushed 3 ball from long range, and it rims out.
There's Nija. You can see the energy we thought we'd see from him. Box out, then go and get the loose ball. Holmes almost forces a turnover from Kate.
Here's Heath along the baseline, spinning, kicks it to the corner. Tongia got called for the travel, but he could also have been called for stepping out of bounds, I believe.
So that finished. There was some cheers. I couldn't tell if we just thought he's finished at the rim, or we've seen there was actually a turnover and that didn't count.
A lot of pressure on bringing up the ball. I think Rangiora could look to maybe help out a little bit in that department, and that would be a foul.
I mean, it still hasn't gone through the hoop, though. Like, that looks like, this is going to be 2 points right here.
Maybe on the free throws, we might see something here from Tate.
Yeah, just coming into the game for Christ College, number 53, Matthew McQuillan. That looks not bad, and that's good.
There it is.
Right, the lid's off now. You guys can start closing this gap a little bit.
Workman-like start from Christ College, as you would expect.
Yeah.
Well-drilled team. Quinn Clinton's got them running through their plays, working to their strengths. Couldn't get the second one. Nija flies high to get the rebound.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a surprise Tama Isaac's gone. It's not like they say, hey, in 2 days, by the way, you're not going to be here. So he has had a while to sort of prep for this. There's Painata.
Well, you called it, James. So he's got 1 already. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, 7 more to go to catch up to last week's output.
Good penetration here into the lane, and again it rims out. Just cannot get it to roll, and Daniels tidies it up.
Well, that's what I think they can do a little bit more of. Like, obviously not always off an offensive rebound, but get him the ball that low. Tongia is probably the only guy with the strength to really move him. He's not on the court at the moment.
Kate inside to Heath, who couldn't handle it. And eventually it's out of bounds.
Well, there's a lot of happy Rangiora fans and students opposite us once they realised that ball was going their way. Number 7, young Tawhiti Kate into the game for Christ College. Another guy that will get up and pick you up full court.
Rangiora now starting to think about how can they relieve a little bit of pressure on their point guard and get into their activities before the shot clock gets to single digits. Another nice drive to the basket. Doesn't go down. Jenkins this time puts it on the floor and goes through a gap. I think that's where the money is at the moment.
Yeah, I do too.
Attack the rim, attack the rim, attack the rim, and just see whether this Christ College defense can get there without fouling. Heath goes out. New man into the game is number 7.
No, that was Tawhiti Kate. He came in before.
Yep.
Is it number 4, I think, might be in?
Number 4.
Is that Nija's brother from memory? Yeah, Archie Nija.
Yep, so they're both on the floor at the moment. 5 and 4. Two sets of brothers on the floor.
Yes. All on one team at the moment. There's the defense chant coming from Rangiora. They probably should have asked Hillmorden if they could borrow their drums from the junior final. Quick drive,
There's
no good.
Kate now. Oh, had Jake Holmes in the air. Shot clock down to 2. Can they get it up? No, it expires. So shot clock awareness. Quinn Clinton is not so happy about that.
Well, I think it's partly like you look at he's getting all his young guys into the game pretty early in the game. You know, they've got to learn to deal with this as well.
Get them comfortable. That's a good plan. Again, this full court pressure. Nobody's getting anything easy here. Number 12 coming into the game for Christ College now.
Yeah, we've also got 12 for Rangiora, so Header Winnie in for Rangiora. And then for Christ College, number 12, I don't see on the thing. Oh, well, it's going to be an issue.
Well, possibly Lang, maybe? Had 13 listed.
Well, he got a rebound anyway. Yeah, I think you might be right. It may be Harrison Lang. So Jake Holmes just not able to get any points to go through yet.
The younger Kate dishes it off to McQuillan. Ihaka Kate on the spin with Holmes. Got too much length to shoot over that. Again, low shot clock. Again, a quick shot at the end.
And Jonty
Not enough
Daniels
time to
just
line that up, really. Yeah, Johnny Daniels doing a good job on the boards already. Oh, a skip pass that Holmes tracks down and then eventually gives up.
And I think Tafiti Kate surprised him, and look at that pass there, finish from brother to brother. Tafiti to Ihaka there.
Stretching this lead out.
So there you could see right there McDaniels was in the paint, just posting up, waiting for the ball to get down to him. Pass gets tipped out of bounds instead, but against anyone really, he's going to have the mass advantage.
And perhaps just have to be patient. And he's on the outside now, Daniels. 3 ball on the way. It doesn't rim. Oh, some of these shots, just one needs to drop really for the floodgates to open because they're good looks.
Oh, he can shoot it from the outside. I just feel like this guy, you know, who they're trying to guard you with, get the ball in and just see what they do, what they're forced to decide.
Holmes working hard and Tate working hard. Jenkins working hard with the steal. Extra pass to Kate in the corner. 3 ball on its way. Doesn't go. Holmes tidies up the rebound. Quick outlet. 2-on-1 if they're quick. Daniels, nice left-hand finish. Good strong move.
Yeah, there's a good lead pass there from Holmes to get up high for that rebound. Outlet it straight to Daniels, who went the whole way.
Kate on the spin. Can't get it to go. Holmes again with another rebound. Oh, and a turnover.
You don't often see your own ankles get broken there. That's what happened. Kate
corner 3 ball. Will it count?
I think the basket will count, and then they'll decide who the foul was on as well. So that is really unfortunate for Rangiora. You see this here. The shot is going to count. It is a 3, and then you see there's that push right there underneath number 6.
Jenkins.
And it's
two hands on the player trying to hold him from a rebound.
And Christ College had the ball. They made the basket. Off-ball foul means it's their ball again with 14 on the shot clock.
Chance for 6 points in one play phase, but no.
Peter Winnie. Kate just stood up and took that one, forced the turnover. And Tongia straight to the rim, makes the bucket.
Too strong. Took the bump, makes the bucket. This pressure is becoming a real issue now. They really didn't solve it early on. Christ College were just dabbling at it, and now they've got a sniff. I would say for the next 2:19, it's going to be all out full court.
Yeah, I think so. Like Tafiti Kate, that's how he plays. And that was a great job against a bigger guy just to pick the right spot. Surprised him almost once he turned around, and then the one he knows what to do after that. Free throw is good for him, 20-7. And as you said, the pressure is not being dialed back at all.
Not going to let up. Holmes. Oh, a lovely pass through the gap.
And that was good. A great job there just against the press to make them pay by getting the ball up quick and all the way to the rim to score. 12, who we think is laying inside to Pairata, out to Ifopor Tongia. He kicks it back. Pairata step back for 3, a little bit long. And Christ College battles through it, but they're the last ones to touch it. Rangiora 147. And you feel like this is kind of they can prove they belong here and get back into the game by making a couple of good possessions, a couple of shots. Or this is where it can get considerably harder if they can't. Spacing there, a little bit of an issue. 2 guys in the corner.
Oh, under and up and through and in.
Well, not the easiest.
Sure. Showing all the footwork and all the skills.
Rangiora shows some press, but drops off it pretty quickly.
Don't think Rangiora can afford to stretch the floor defensively like that. They do have a size advantage in near the basket, so forcing a lot of 3 balls, but at the moment they're all going down.
Yeah, at one end of the court. Is that their third or fourth?
Time McQuillan hits one. Hiraweni gets it back to Shaw. On to Gutzel, who is having a little bit of trouble with his ball handling at the moment.
Well, he did well to recover the ball and then find his teammate.
Here's Tongia, gets strong move again, just goes over the top. What balance.
Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to jump that high, Terry. And Christ College is up to 4 of 9 from the 3-point line.
A lot of pressure here. Ooh, inside, and now he gets the finish in the end. You know, if the coaching staff over there can figure out how to beat this, and it looks to be just a double teaming man-to-man type press at the moment, I'm not sure, but if they can figure out how to stretch the floor with some sort of team type pattern, they could end up with these 2-on-1s.
Yes.
So at the moment, you know, there's a lot of defenders in the half looking for the steal.
Yep.
And when that floor gets stretched out, if you can just lag pass and get to the other side and have somebody swing or flash, you could end up with a layup. Tongia, strong crossover move. Power to the basket, just too strong.
So 8 seconds on the clock, need to go pretty quick. I'm not sure if they were aware though.
Shaw trying to find a shot. There's a kick out here to Gutzel. 3 ball on the way and it doesn't go. The end of the first quarter, 26 plays 14. Christ College with a nice handy lead.
Yeah, we'll be back in about a minute's time. Good quarter for Christ to start off with.
At Lincoln I did an undergraduate in sport and recreation management and then a master's in business, global management and marketing. The undergrad was awesome for building knowledge around sport management, but then starting a charity, doing that master's was actually vital to how Tamai's been built. Tamai Sports is all about removing the barriers for children who otherwise would not be able to play sports. It's nice to be able to provide some impact in a community. Obviously I'm biased, but sport does have the power to change the world and put a smile on anyone's face.
Right, kia ora, welcome back here. Quarter 2 about to get underway. Christ, they're not the 3-point shooting team apparently.
But they showed that they can if you want them to. Yeah, I think the penetration is drawing lots of defenders into the paint. And the kickouts at the moment are reaping rewards. So if that carries on, this could get to be a wide margin. You know, you would think that that the tactics for Rangiora might change a little bit there and they chase them off the 3-point line, but as we've seen with Tongia going to the basket, you can't chase him off any lines because he gets near the rim, he's going to finish.
Yeah, he doesn't really care who's in front of him. He just goes up strong. 4 of 7 from the field for him, but he had 2 offensive rebounds off 3 of those misses, so he's really scoring at an 80% clip.
Good stretched floor this time from Rangiora. Another 3 ball, it doesn't go. They are somewhat living and dying by that at the minute. And at the moment it's not living, so Ninja of the Aston variety finishes at the rim. And he's all into the defense as well. Strong move from Hiroweni, fights Tate inside. That one doesn't go either.
I think that was just rushed. Like, you're so desperate for points. You make a shot that's relatively easier, a lot harder. As foul is going to be whistled there on number 13.
That's Gutsall down there.
First foul of the game for him. You just get the sense the Rangiora crowd is just waiting to really, really cheer about something, but there haven't been that many things. There's a stop there, good challenge late.
They need a Jake Holmes 3 or a Jake Holmes dunk, one of those.
Yes.
To get him going. Shaw gives it to Gutsall eventually. Penetration to the basket. Here's a kick out. 3 ball on its way. That one doesn't go. Holmes with the rebound, almost tipped out of his hands.
Yeah, smart play by Kate. Knew that he had the worst position there, but did what he could to knock it out of bounds. Tawhiti Kate just a little bit annoyed that he didn't manage to hang on to the ball to get all the way to the rim, but he'll have the inbounds here.
Here's Heath. Eyes a gap to the basket, which closes, but he manages to get it through and over and in. And the foul.
We went on number 5. Sure. I mean, the only good thing about that is it's not Holmes with the second foul there that got whistled.
So we're going to go to a timeout.
Well, it's 4-0 in this. No, sorry, it's 6-0 in this quarter. Almost the same start as the first one. You've got to start making some shots. You've had an easy layup that didn't go in. The threes at the moment, 10 have gone up, and we know that 0 have gone in. Is it time to change up, or are you like, this is how we do it, guys? Like,
I think
we've missed 10, we're going to make 7 in a row at some point.
You have to build back out is what you've got to do. You've got to really get something to the hoop, get something strong, get on that foul line a little bit, get your eye in, and then start to get some penetrations and kicks and maybe extra passes, because, team momentum, it's an interesting thing. If I studied it, what it looks like is when the ball is moved quickly to the open man and they shoot it, and that almost doesn't matter who it is. If it's done well, it carries, those passes carry momentum, and then all of a sudden you start hitting. And all kinds of people start hitting. So maybe they just need to just run some play actions that get some bit more ball movement side to side. At the moment, the only kind of thing they're getting is penetration, which is contested, and kick-outs, which aren't dropping. So just a bit more ball through hands maybe, just to carry a bit of team momentum. Heath finishes off that play.
It's a 7 straight for Christ to start here.
It's a triple team over there. So if he was to lag past now, they could come down the other side and have a 3-on-2. So they're hell-bent on making sure that these guards are trapped.
I mean, the way the scoreline's going, like, it's the right choice at the moment. Kate, very, very good defender up the floor.
Jenkins, penetration, finds Shaw. Shaw trying to get it up with Kate, who was jumped a little early and found himself with no parachute.
You see here's the drive. It was almost a surprise to make a pass with that little room on the baseline. And there's Kate, probably expecting to have the collision up around chest height, and said it's almost like his legs got taken out, and then he was lucky he didn't land more dangerously than he did.
Getting to the foul line, but we're just not making any foul shots at the moment, Rangiora.
So second one here for Ollie Shaw.
This one goes down.
Here's Tawhiti Kate. He just wants that double sort of screen, then flare out to the other side.
Here's Ihaka Kate looking for the skip to the corner. Finds McQuillan, who finds Lang. strip.
Yeah, there was Jake Holmes got his hand
2
in
on
there.
1 if they go early. Decides to keep it, finishes out okay in the end for Jenkins.
Decided to keep it after he almost lost it, and Tawhiti Kate just went running past him.
High ball screen action. There's Nijar. Ihaka Kate along the baseline. Great ball reversal.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from Rangiora,
This
isn't
is
it?
what Rangiora needs to do to carry some momentum.
Nijar to
Thomson
Kate.
kick out, and this one is good as well. So Lang this time.
Well, if they just got that stop, that rebound when they needed to, Nijar steps in front, gets that steal. And there's no more timeouts.
Why not go again? Oh, not the same result though. Hirawini gets it to Shaw. Shaw, penetration, he goes round the defence and finishes.
Not easy, and you could see Kate's eyes there, like reading the pass, and almost got that one as well.
He's starting to make a little bit of headway if they could just shut down these 3-point shots.
I like the quick shovel dribble there.
Here's Kate, 3-ball, kick out. Couldn't get it. Hirawini had it and lost it. Just waited too long to pick it up.
Well, I think he expected someone else to grab it.
Lang, strong move to the basket. Nice verticality coming from Holmes. Didn't foul.
Header when he picked up here, defended well. And again, those passes just from one side to the other. It's like they're not quite at the time they were expecting. And what have we got? We've got a treble there.
The really seen treble happens probably 6 times out of 10 and nobody bothers about it. With the old mobile start there, just take a couple of steps before I start dribbling it.
Well, I didn't even notice it myself. So
That happens so often these days. It's not a call that gets made a lot anymore. Here's Shaw, penetration, gets to the rim. Daniels almost had it.
yeah, Nijar, like he's just saving a number of possessions
He's
here.
got such bounce. McQuillan this time can't get it to go.
Well, with Daniels in the game, we'll see if they start trying to get the ball inside to him. Well, he's out to the corner closest to us, off screen.
There we go, Jenkins, long 3-ball, a little bit too short again. Gutzel ran it down. Good pressure on the rim coming. Strong move inside. And out of bounds.
Oh, it's almost perfect. Like you got to the rim, you got the defender on your back. When does that not work? When the defender has more wingspan than you and can just tap the ball as you go up and shoot it.
So another timeout. It's interesting because Quinn Clinton's just changing up. You know, he's just keeping them guessing. Sometimes they're up there trapping. Sometimes they're just in recovery. He's got them guessing for sure, and it's taking time off the clock at times, which makes Rangiora have to rush their shots. And then other times they're getting some drives, but they just can't finish.
No, it's tough though, isn't it? Like if you're not used to the importance of this game, like in the scheme of things, this is the last game in the Christchurch season, the Canterbury season. Like there's the tournament next week, that's going to be more important than this one. But right here, right now, we said it last year, like this is your probably only chance in the year to play in front of this many fans of your team and the opposing team. Like even if you win the national championship up in Palmerston North, you're not going to have a crowd like this up there. At least not going for you.
As a coach, when it's not dropping like this, just have to install in them just to have that little bit of extra concentration at the finish of the shot, and it only takes one guy to do that, and everyone seems to gather themselves.
Yep.
The other guy that needs to get going is Jake Holmes.
Yes, well,
They need to get. He's really only had a couple of shots and hasn't hit anything yet.
He's 1 of 4. He's only made the one shot.
Tongia, he's a handful near the rim.
2 points, right?
Just overpower. Here's Shaw. Nice pass inside, but landed at the feet in the end.
Well, it'd be nice to have someone like Tongia. He's so quick and powerful. You can have good defense on him, and he's just confident and strong enough to go up through that defender and finish at the rim.
And they use him so well. Put him in spaces. 3 ball on its way. Pairata again. We've got that count up to 2 now, I think.
Well, he's a little bit off the pace from last week when I don't think he played in the fourth quarter. So he had 8 through 3 quarters of game time.
Daniels passed to Shaw. Probably needed to be the other way around in that spot.
He
doesn't know what he did.
I was literally standing there and he kind of jumped into me. And I would like to see the replay. I feel like Ihaka may have a...
Could have a case.
He could have a case right there.
It's Daniels.
And that could be the thing that Rangiora needs, to get him in a little bit of foul trouble.
Jenkins makes the pass inside. That's where the money is, but it doesn't finish. Good kick ahead, but left without it, Lang. And Tongia just muscles his way to the basket.
Yeah, big Gimpy though. Like,
put 1 or 2 on me, I don't mind.
We'll just see how he goes after this free throw, because his knee is strapped. I thought it was his ankle when I talked to his brother during the week, which he'd injured. Has not looked out of sorts whatsoever in this game so far, but if you land on someone that just might be, a little bit worrying for you. Ihaka Kate to the bench with those 2 fouls.
It's strapped across the front of the knee too, so it's interesting to see what that is, whether it's a patella issue or maybe a bit of tendonitis.
So he's up straight away. Looks to be moving just the same as normal.
Nice bit of pressure break this time, and Holmes scoops it to the basket, and he can't get it to go either. There's a lid on this thing. Somebody check it.
Yes.
It's got cling film.
Well, when you only score 5 points in the quarter, you've got to start searching for other possible things. There's a turnover, not even a shot attempt that time.
Lang, will he take it himself? Yes, he does. Can't get the finish. Here's Shaw. On the right hand, nice.
That was a good job.
Penetration and finish from Shaw.
Yeah, Holmes just running through, running some interference. Made it just a little bit harder for the defense to set up.
Interference cut, they call that, do they?
I just made that up.
It's a thing. Oh, Pairata.
Well, he must be listening.
He's adding up the numbers now.
Here's Holmes.
It's become a real issue, this 3-point shooting now. Here's Daniels trying to work hard. Shaw gets a 3 look at this end, and it goes.
There we go. That was a bit better there.
A little bit of team momentum, inside, outside there for them.
And they also got the ball up quickly with Holmes again. He handled that pressure pretty easily. Tafiti Kate answers just like that though. But the first 3's down for Rangiora, so does that help them now?
There's Jenkins to the rim, straight line, cut.
Well, they're getting some points now. It's this end now that they need to get a couple of stops on the board.
Pairata, he only got to look at the hoop now and he gets everybody off their feet. Here's Tongi, you know what he wants to do. He wants to go to the basket.
Yeah, surprised all of us there. Quick outlet, I'd keep pushing it here, just see what happens to the defense.
Shaw takes it strong in the finish. He's doing a great job, Shaw, at the moment. Keeping the scoreboard ticking over.
Well, I thought they almost took too long to go there. He kind of just looked off a little bit and then starts going, and no one really stops him, so he gets all the way there.
I think they believed he was going to go all the way. They looked like he was maybe going to cross over at one point, but really didn't change his path to the basket, and it rims out onto free throw. Holmes tries to save it.
He went pretty far there after the tap-in.
Takes himself out of the defence, which Pairata had 2 good looks at it, decided not to, put it on the floor.
Well, maybe the 3 would have been the better choice. Great kick ahead pass there.
Gartsell finishes at the basket. Shaw's having a whale of a game, bringing them back into it. Now there'll be a timeout. Quinn Clinton's seen enough of that. That's a handbrake getting let off.
Well, Rangiora now appears to have started to solve the pressure up the floor and making Christ College play by getting those shot attempts at the rim, which are now starting to drop.
Be interesting to see what the new tactic is, because putting the heat all the way up the floor has opened up the floor, so they don't necessarily want to keep doing that.
No.
Maybe I don't know whether they have a half-court trap or something in their arsenal just to
Make
it look like it's a bit of pressure, but we just slow you down a bit. Or maybe they just go back to straight half-court man-to-man, because they did a pretty good job of that in the first part of the game.
It has been some great, if Jake Holmes gets a rebound, he can see over the top of most defenders, and he's really good at outletting the ball. And then his teammates are just doing a good job actually passing it on or attacking afterwards
and moving it up the floor and kicking it to the next man. Simple game, basketball, when it's played well.
So a bit of a change there. I think it was 15-5. So no, it must have been more than that. It's 23-16 this quarter now, but that's a significant turnaround from where it was before.
See if they start to grow in confidence. Shaw certainly is confident now.
Yeah, they were down by 28 points before, so they've shaved 9 off the lead.
So, Kate. Just looking a little bit like a zone there for a second, but it isn't. Still man-to-man. Kick out pass, corner, 3 ball. Doesn't go. Daniels almost had it again.
Well, you're just going to grip it and hold it like Parata.
Nija hits that one. That's Aston, number 5.
Yeah, it looks like the pressure's coming off a little bit now.
He's going to play them in the half court now. Daniels, can he go to work down low? The double team comes. Sure, hit one before, same spot, couldn't get this one. Daniels this time with the rebound, powers it up, it's stripped on the way up.
We just took a little bit too long and let all the defense get their hands in there. Obviously too low as well.
It's Tongia to the rim.
Oh,
what a finish.
That was pretty high there. You hear just the ooh from the crowd as well. I think everyone expected just a throwdown on that one.
Holmes gets to the basket, can't finish. He's really in a funk at the moment. And Kate finishes. Tawhiti Kate, finger roll.
Well, 6-0 after that timeout. So
Quinn Clinton doing his job as a coach.
And Tawhiti Kate forces the turnover there. Jenkins probably, I mean, you want to grab it when you've got a chance because you never know what the referee sees and who they think the ball was actually off. Unfortunately, he grabbed it when it was out of bounds.
Down screen here for Pirata, who makes his way to the three-point line. Why wouldn't you? Tongia, Pirata again, loads up the 3 ball. That one was so silky, it never ever looked like missing.
You could hear Jake Holmes just yelling like he's coming, you've got to stay up on him. One pass to Tongia in the corner, ball back, and that was all the space that they needed.
Daniels having to take up the ball handling responsibilities, and in the end, Nija fouled him.
Well, I think it's the 5th shot here. Yeah, there we go. Signal from Rosanowski to younger Rosanowski to administer the free throws. Well, just that exploded really quickly. They cut it back 30-49, and then just 9 points, bang, 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 bang. Christ College all of a sudden back up 28 points.
It's quite clinical the way they operate. They really are moving players around to where their best scoring opportunities are. You see Pirata moving across the keyhole to get a 3-point look, and then if you push up on that, then he's got Tongia in the corner who can then catch and rip and go through the gap.
Well, he doesn't even need a gap. He'll just get where he wants to.
Kick out pass this time. Kate, spin move, lovely move.
Well, that was a nice finish there from the younger Kate. Holmes, the pass, almost picked off. Daniels to Hedawini. They can hold for the last possession here.
They go to the corner, they get doubled every time. It's hard to get out of there. Left short.
Tawhiti sees the clock, 2-1. Just a little bit late. So that's going to send us into halftime. We'll have a short break here. I'm going to try and get Peter Megson from Lincoln University just to talk to us about the sponsorship and sports scholarship program here. All right, so Peter Magson here. You've been with Lincoln University. I can't remember how many years, but it was, 2014 now, so 11 years ago is when I met you. Sports scholarship program at Lincoln University, but the key thing here for me is Lincoln University sponsoring the Thomson and Whelan, the premier basketball competitions in Christchurch. What do you see this sort of, how is it helping Lincoln University, and how cool is it to see the number of people here that know about Lincoln University supporting sports in Canterbury?
Yeah, thank you, James. Obviously, many years ago, Lincoln University started looking at how we can support athletes that are going on the pathway and able to play their sport, and that's how we started the sports scholarship program. Obviously, we believe in very much in the support of junior sport, and that's a very important thing as a multidisciplinary approach in growing young athletes, and at our university being able to study as well and being on a sports scholarship program. Yeah. No,
the sports scholarship, that's the thing which excited me. You've had so much success. You've had All Blacks. You can list them all: cricket, rugby, netball, New Zealand representatives. I know you've Olympic gold medalists as well. Am I right there with rowing with you? And then basketball, we've had a tall fern just last year, Lauren Hippolyte, or the year before, but she's gone through the Lincoln University scholarship program. There's just, if you're involved in sports at high school, you should definitely check out what Lincoln University offers. Agricultural, economics, sports and rec are the ones that I know about. I'm sure there's other degrees as well.
Viticulture, winemaking, and sport management, and quite a lot of others. Architecture, landscape architecture,
No, and then I know I hated parking when it was university time. Lincoln University, just such a nice spread out campus, and it's always easy to get around there, and it's just so picturesque as well. What else would you like to share about Lincoln
Just at Lincoln University, we provide a really on-site facilities for our sports scholarship program, mental skills, nutritional support. We support about 59 hours a week of S&C. We've got all the great facilities out there, and of course the undergraduate degree for sports scholarship is any degree of your choice. We've got Professor Mike Hamlin as our academic coordinator, who's also our chief sports scientist, and 3 years ago we invested about $10 million in a new extension to the facility, and about another $1 million worth of new gear. But we feel we've been invested 25 years in the sports scholarship program, and over that time, of course, you've mentioned all the athletes that come out of it, but it's about the good of Canterbury sport, our sports scholarship Canterbury sport, and through all the franchises and provincial organisations have benefited a great deal. But from the Vice Chancellor down, sport is a very important part of the well-being of our campus, and that student experience where you're able to study and still play your sport is very important. And when you're playing professional sport, if you get a contract and so on, you're not going to play forever. So falling back on a university degree, it's quite important. And we had Sam Whitelock yesterday at Lincoln talking about his book he's just launched, and he's come through our program. So we've got athletes like that come back to campus and give back a bit.
No, they definitely do. And as you said, you support Canterbury ones, but I know it's from all around New Zealand and some from Australia as well that people come on a sports scholarship to Lincoln and whatever sport there is. And we tried basketball kind of to be 50% local, 50% from somewhere else. And it really helps bring more people in, and you get to meet other people and the trips away and things like that. So thank you so much for the time, Peter. I hope you enjoy. Hopefully the second half gets a little bit closer and more exciting as well.
Great atmosphere out here, and Lincoln University is proud to support this event.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, James. Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. All right, so almost the start of the third quarter here. So 60-31 the score. Christ College, they're looking like the team. Well, I guess they don't live and die by the 3-point buckets, but they've made 7 of 18 from them. 4 of them courtesy of Boston Piedata, who's 4 of 6 himself just from behind the 3-point line. While Rangiora live and die by the 3 when you're 1 of 15. That's kind of on the D side of that live and die equation, Terry.
Well, the good news was Jake Holmes put up a couple at half time and they went splash.
Right.
And he's just made a nice pass inside too for a good finish. So who knows, going the other way sometimes can make a difference. Whether it's going to make a 30-point difference, that remains to be seen.
Well, the effort does seem to be up where it needs to be here. And there's a steal there. So 2 good positions here for Rangiora.
Shaw couldn't get it to roll there, had to go to the right hand.
And almost forced a turnover from Heath. Kick out quick, Paidata. No, sorry, that's not Paidata, that was Kate.
That was Kate there.
Is that foul number 3 on Kate? Was it? No, it was just out of bounds, I think.
Like I say, good energy here from Rangiora. They've got this ball pressure to deal with. They just need to break this quick and early.
Well, that's another way to do it. You force a decision to be made here. Ihaka Kate picks up foul number 3. And again, it's like, what did I do there? I had the spot, he ran into me and bounced out of bounds.
He's had 2 like that now. Here's Daniels. They're going to try and get Holmes a look. Oh, lovely little move here. But it's blocked by Kate. And he's going to be called for the foul, I believe.
I think it's Nija that time, number 5.
Oh, it was 2.
So we see here, here's the step through between the defenders. Nija's like, I've got to come over, and then just lands on him, but he's still like, well, I'm going to get this rebound anyway.
He got all ball, but he also got all body.
Yes.
Shaw gets it to roll in.
And you still just get the feeling the Rangiora supporters just really want to get into this. They want their team to give them something to cheer about.
2 for 2 for sure. Good start.
So they've trimmed it back down again. Defense chant starting now.
Here's Tongia. Been a handful all game. Kate. Heath. Low shot clock now. Kate puts it on the floor trying to drive. Holmes was up to the challenge. Shot clock at 2. McQuillan couldn't get it to go and Holmes pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, there's a cheer there from the crowd.
Tate finds Daniels.
Well, I thought he was going to force Kate to make a decision there. Like, do you want to try and play me one-on-one with 3 fouls?
A little scoop move from Shaw. He stole it back. And he still missed. Kate's kicking himself over that. Had 2 good looks. Ihaka Kate to Heath in the corner. 3 ball on its way. Doesn't come. Shaw to Tate. Tate couldn't finish. Just rushing these last little bits of effort.
Well, let's see who this is going to be. Rangiora ball. So Jake Holmes forcing the turnover there. Kate, you can see being so smart defensively, not risking that 4th foul.
Holmes is just trying to find any way he can to get himself involved in this game. There's Tate, Daniels, Jenkins, 3, doesn't go. Easy rebound for Nija.
Yeah, so just inside 8 minutes here. 60-35 the score. We'll have it up online on the scoreboard as soon as we can.
This is Kate, top of the key, 3 ball, rolls it in.
Well, he's made the shots when they need him. There's another one of those just, you know, the passes are like, what's the defense going to be? The pass isn't where it should be.
Well, it's, you know, it's because they kind of got in their heads now.
Yep.
Because, you know, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. This time they were half there and they felt like they were, so forced a pass that really didn't need to be made. He's Tongia strong to the basket.
There we go.
That was coming all night. Finally.
Right, the knee, the ankle, whatever leg injury there was, 100% fine.
And he's almost come up with a steal at halfway. Doing a great job of keeping his hands out.
Stolen. Nija was just following the ball around. It's the sort of trap defender there. Truth, Kate, 2 points and 1 as well.
Talk about a handbrake coming off. The turbochargers come on now. Christ College put in the real heat.
That's a pass. You're going towards your right, over your head to the left side of the court. 2 points there. Score now 67-35.
Great lane run from Ihaka Kate there. And they really are putting the heat on the ball handling.
Well, this I don't think they should have gone run and gun from 3 at the start, but this is getting towards the stage of the game.
2-2-1 full court press. Holmes, as you said, able to pass over the top of it. Shaw Had it, lost it, had it again and lost it again.
Yes, Nijar's not going to give up on a play like that. Here's Heath inside, turnaround, pass to Kate.
Extra pass to the corner, McQuillan. Step back jumper, good. Scoring all over the floor here from Christ College. And another pressurised turnover. So the full court press now really starting to pay dividends.
And I can see Mike Barrett talking to Liam Connolly down the end of the bench like, do we call it? Like, what can we do to get back in this game here?
Skip past Kate, up fake, to the rim, finish.
Winnie had his hand on the ball. Like, I was like, this is going to be a block shot. It's not a block. Ihaka just keeps going through, puts the ball up and in off the backboard in for 2.
This time they get it over. Holmes to the basket.
Well, he hits the ground hard there. Ray Willick says, you better hop up quickly and get back on D.
They just get it and go. They don't mind you scored a basket. They're going the other way. Extra pass to the corner. Gee, they move the ball well. They find the man. The man goes to the basket and
draws the foul.
Tongi has been the man.
Here he is. He's just
the man amongst boys at the moment every time he goes to the rim. Strong move.
I mean, that was one of the softest fouls he's probably ever had on the arm, though, and it just made no impact on his shot. He knew it was going to happen. He was going to have some contact. Adjusted his shot perfectly to have the 3-point play opportunity.
Second one's good.
Yeah, so that puts him up to 21 points, 9 of 13 from the field. With that pretty thunderous dunk as well.
Shaw all the way to the hoop. Someone fell asleep that time on defence.
Well, Christ College as a team, 56% from the field.
Well, they're just making the right plays.
Well,
I saw
there's another one.
Phil Burns before the game, and he was really talking this team up. He said that this is one of the best teams he's seen in a long time, the way they play.
Yeah.
So that's a real credit to Quinn Clinton.
It's been basically a 2-year process. Like, he came in, took over the program with young guys. They made it all the way here to this final last year. Really good learning experience for them. And, you know, they're coming out like no one's ever had a sort of dud game for Christ College when he's put them on the floor. They played hard the whole time.
Well, your scouting report is, watch out for him, and him.
Yep.
And don't let him do that. And he can't be allowed to do this. And, you know, you're up to 6 or 7 players.
Yeah,
they've just got these complementary players like Nijar who, you know, grabs rebounds and gets you steals and makes little drives to the hoop every so often and blocks a shot.
Yeah, Kate up the top.
Inside and kicks it out. Extra pass. And low shot clock with 1 to go, and that one was short. Did it touch the rim?
I didn't think it did. I thought it was an air ball. 3 points for Paidata though. And almost a turnover there as well.
And the timeout does come now. It's sort of like we're out of ideas here, guys. What can we do?
Well, there's a jump from one side of the grandstand. The other side is like, oh, I want to say something, but I don't think it's the appropriate time at the moment.
Yeah, it's just, it's clinic. It's a clinic. That's what it is right now. The ball gets moved to the right guy, and the right guy makes the right play. And then they sit down and they play D.
Yeah, I mean, the key point numbers which stick out to me, Rangiora 34% from the field. Their star, who, you know, they really need some more points out of. Jake Holmes, only 2 points in the game, does have 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Like, he's made some really nice passes, but he needs to be getting more than 6 shots in the game.
One of the things that happens there, James, you know, when you get hurried up like that, any opportunity and players will put something up quick, and that just means the pressure is working.
Yeah.
You know, okay, they might score the odd layup or whatever, but the rest of the time they're turning it over.
Yeah.
And you're not really getting good team cohesion to score the baskets. You aren't making the defense play anywhere near 20 seconds, even 15 seconds. So you get it over and then you go take a quick shot, and then Christ College come the other way. And quite often their shot that they're hitting at the end of their time is a 3 at the moment.
12 turnovers so far for Rangiora. Christ College 25 defensive rebounds. Compare that to Rangiora, they only have 15.
So that type of shot there, Christ College is not worried about that.
Yeah.
They've only had to play defense for about 10 seconds. The ball never got reversed on them. No one had to close out. And they know that it won't continue. Here's Lang, 3 ball, doesn't go.
That pass was a little bit dangerous there, picked up though.
Ball's got to get moving. Hirawini found a little gap. Yeah, that's a little better.
He's just going to suck at the defense, but like, I'm going to stop here, and they all left, and he's like, hey, actually, I'm going to shoot this.
A bit more patience showed from Rangiora that time.
Defense chance starting here for
Tonga through a gap, finds Kate, who then lost it out of bounds, but it was stripped.
I thought it might have actually come off his knee.
It did feel like it did.
It's just a mouthguard warning there, and have a look how many players have forgotten to put them in, reaching down to their socks. So baseline out of bounds for Christ College.
Easy find underneath to Kate. Everybody went with Tongia.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like you made the bad decision. You're just kind of in a bind there.
Short, kick out. This is good ball movement. And a little bit of team momentum and a 3. That was nice basketball from Rangiora there.
Only their second 3-point basket of the game. Young Kate calls for the ball screen for Tongia, sorry.
Corner, splits the D, extra pass. Got it back, 3 ball on the way, doesn't go. And box out.
Again, that's one
Everyone
of those ones,
left it going.
just grab
it's
it.
ours. It'll be ours.
Oh, it's not ours.
In the end, it belongs to Christ College. Oh, and Kate again. This time,
Well, Tongia
Tongia
moved
was
everyone
the-
out of the way.
kind of the little walking, moving screen. Shaw. Kick out. Hirawini's just hit one. Puts it on the floor. He's trying pretty hard to score here.
Well,
He does.
He scored 7 straight from them, I think. That little fake finish, that 3, and then that one there as well.
That right there is a hard-working basket. Splitting the defense. Kate finds his brother. Also splits the defense. Extra pass to the corner to Lang. 3 ball hit.
Well, they've made the answer every time. You feel like there's a tiny bit of Rangiora momentum.
And then just another turnover for no reason. An unforced error, to use a tennis term.
Yeah. That one had no one from Christ College in the backcourt, did it? Just passed out of bounds. And this is kind of the stage of the game, coaching-wise, where I feel like you go from, okay, we're in here to try and win it, to, right, we now want to play with some pride and feel like, you know, we're actually getting something productive.
Just play one play at a time. Look, you're not probably going to catch up unless you rain a whole bunch of threes. So just run your stuff and use this as an opportunity to get better.
Yeah, strong defense, but
Good finish.
perfect read.
Lang at the rim.
There's the hesitation drive to the baseline, tipped out of bounds. They were looking for Hirawini again.
Daniels
He's
comes
heading out.
back in. Hirawini out.
The duck horns are slowing down a little bit, I think.
They've lost a little momentum themselves. Holmes drills a 3. Us left.
It looked straight to me.
A little bit short.
They almost let Tawhiti, well, they did let Kate go all the way to the rim, and I think he was almost surprised there was no one there and missed that shot. Hard drive, no finish, offensive rebound, no good.
Jenkins
And Nija
having a real battle down there. Shaw ends up with it. He finds Holmes. Holmes to the rim, and the foul will come. This will be on Lang.
and his shoelace is undone as well.
See here.
Just that
Little
quick
cross move and then to the rim there, and
Well, Lang was trying not to foul. He was trying to challenge him. Jake Holmes way up above him. It'd be like me trying to challenge most of these guys out here, to be honest.
just had an absolute nightmare today, Jake Holmes. He just cannot get it to go.
Yeah, the Rangiora team I saw playing against Shirley, much better at shooting threes in that game than this one. And it's got to be a credit to the Christ College defence, like
Oh yeah,
real and imagined.
from minute one. What a pass inside. Looked like it was going to be great. Here's Holmes and another foul. This time Pairata gets him. And he's going to get to the line and see if he can work out what's wrong with his shot. It's become a shooting technique clinic.
Look at this. This is quite a tough catch here. Not much space.
Lovely pass. Just brushed him.
Yeah, I think he realised a little bit too late, or too close to being
They
able
call
to
that
stop
as
this.
unsportsmanlike, did they?
No, I think they've just lined
No, they were just lining up.
mini-time team talk.
That one rolled around and went in. Maybe
Well, that's better than missing.
he just put a bit of arc in this one and see whether it can get him a swish. Nope.
A little bit too long that time. 40 seconds here in the quarter. And I expect Christ College to kind of look for a 2-for-1 if they can.
Pairata making his way to the top.
Well,
2-3 zone by the look of it now from Rangiora. Pass through the gap didn't go. Great pass. Gutzel. He almost tripped over himself again. He finished it. Good pass.
I mean,
from
everything
Holmes.
just looks hard, doesn't it?
It's just hard work.
It's Kate wanting to go to his left. Tries to throw the ball back in, instead turns it over.
Oh, what a finish from Shaw.
And the foul as well.
He's done a fine job.
Well, he used all of that clock then before you saw the lights, LEDs light up there.
Great poise at the end too, where he had to split the defence. Oh, he didn't quite catch it there, but
One
lovely
free throw
steal.
to come for him. So that 1:17, well, you can see it says rest time. It's between the quarters here. I think they might be trying to go back to they are just trying to sort that out. If that was me, I'd be like, you know what, we're just shooting this free throw and calling it at the end of the quarter. I know the FIBA rules have changed. 2 years ago, I think, you can't have a foul with no time on the clock. Which to me is counterintuitive because the shooter releases the ball.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
buzzer goes off, you haven't landed, then you get fouled. That's still a foul in the act of shooting, which could be with 0 seconds on the clock.
You just worry about players getting injured in that scenario.
We go 0.4 on the clock. And I think no time for that one as opposed to a block or a foul. So 3/4 of action in the books here. Christ College steaming ahead 89, Rangiora 55.
At Lincoln I did an undergraduate in sport and recreation management and then a master's in business, global management and marketing. The undergrad was awesome for building knowledge around sport management, but then starting a charity, doing that master's was actually vital to how Tamai's been built. Tamai Sports is all about removing the barriers for children who otherwise would not be able to play sports. It's nice to be able to provide some impact in a community. Obviously I'm biased, but sport does have the power to change the world and put a smile on anyone's face.
All right, kia ora, welcome back. Fourth quarter of action about to get underway here. 15 seconds to go. It is the Christ College coronation. They took a year off last year. St. Thomas winning it. But I think they're in a pretty good spot here, up by, 34 points here. 10 minutes to go, Terry.
I think the only bets that would be placed on this type of game now would be how soon will they crack 100, because it's going to happen pretty fast.
It is. Well, it's longer than last week. They were, I think, about 108 through three quarters. Just, yeah, absolute clinic there. So this is a step down, relatively speaking. Game a little bit more important, though. Final one of the local season here before these teams head off to South Island.
There's been lots of individual efforts from Rangiora. They just haven't been able to string anything together collectively.
If you look at their leading scorer, Ollie Shaw, 21 points, 8 of 16. Then Fletcher Jenkins next with 9. And as a team, they have 13 turnovers. Christ College, on the other hand, Hawani Tongia and Ihaka Cape both with 21 points apiece. Boston Pai'ara, 15. And Harrison Lang with 11 points. So they're 4 double-figure scorers. As a team, 56% from the field.
Nice bit of defensive effort in that possession from Rangiora. They forced a late shot clock. Shaw lines up a 3. He's had a pretty good game, to be fair.
He has started marginally slowly, but he's been kind of the only guy consistently scoring, able to get the ball in the bucket for Rangiora. Defense chance, so again, just wanting to get some good possessions in a row strung together.
Lang with a big rebound and decides to take it strong back up, and it's fouled. And one basket.
Yeah, just out of position there the whole time by Jenkins. Forced into that foul, like you're giving up a layup, or you're giving up a layup and a foul. Unfortunately for him, he chose the latter. Free throw here, I imagine this is probably going to drop just the way the game's going. No, it's not.
Holmes looks long, finds Gutzel leaking out, and can't finish under real good pressure there from McQuillan, who chased him down. Didn't give up on the play, even though it looked like a foregone conclusion.
And he was out of bounds, the ball got tapped to him. That's why Christ College has the ball again. Just that effort turning into extra opportunities for them, or defensive stops.
Heath looking inside. Good ball movement again from Christ College. Fairly typical of most possessions here. Holmes.
There you go. The ball's moved pretty quickly in to the rim, but foul drawn.
Shaw again earns another time at the free throw line.
That's where it went from one side, Holmes across to Jenkins, I think, into Shaw. Then that little crossover to just force the defense, keep their arm in a little bit long. Jake Holmes just says, actually, you go to that side. You can see the smile there as Ihaka Kate says, all right, I'm switching back to this side then.
2 for 2 for Shaw.
Here's Truman bringing it up back to Kate. And no look pass, but Daniels was ready for that.
Kick out this time. Daniels in the corner. 3 hits.
Well, you will be feeling a little bit better now, just the way this quarter's started at least. 6-2 the scoreline. Sorry, 8-2 the scoreline.
Kate having all kinds of difficulties in the paint. Eventually lost it.
And I think that was an off his knee, and I think Raymond Willix was like, oh, it was probably a foul that caused it to be off his knee. So let's just say it's Christ College ball here. Kate receives it back off the handoff.
Shot clock at 8.
Well, I was going to say, they look like 2 fouls there. One of them does get called. Ollie Shaw will be sending Truman Heath to the line to shoot 3.
Let's have a look at his feet. Definitely outside. And took away the landing space.
Well, it hit him on the
and
wrist arm. So, mate, MVP discussion for us, Terry. Ooh, who do you think has been the...
No, you could just about pick 5.
Yeah, like everyone has done their role to perfection. Tongia, we need you to go hard to the rim and just be that engine.
Well, he's the one that ripped the heart out of them in the beginning of the game for sure. Just over and over, he was having success going to the basket. And he had that monster dunk as well, which has got the crowd excited.
That might be on Lincoln University Plays of the Week this week. I think we should have some good footage of it.
Obviously, Ihaka Cates played pretty well as well.
He's just done a good job, like settling the team as well. 21 points for him.
Pyrato, what's he? 5 of Cates saying, no, pick me, please.
Yeah, Pyrato 5 of 7 from behind the 3-point line.
Gutzel getting all his points by leaking out.
Well, that's just after Ihaka Kate had a 3 of his own, though.
Heath finds Pyrato inside. He finishes it.
I think Nijar that time.
Oh, it's Nijar that time. Yeah, my bad.
Jonty Daniels. Oh, that was... didn't look like a particularly easy pass. 3 no good. Nijar the rebound.
Workman-like effort again on the rebounds. Ahead to Lang.
Well, you could see where he wanted to go there.
He did.
Well, I'm going to get an assist here by giving it to the guy that doesn't miss threes.
So Archie Nijar out, Aston Nijar in.
Kate was just signalling for Parata to change where he was.
And gets the 3 that he was looking for earlier.
6.
So he's still putting his hand up as well. 6 threes in the game.
Well, the impressive thing is 6 threes on 75% shooting. There's Kate, just dumps that one in. Ball gets tipped here.
Gutzel on the break again. Shaw. Spinning, twisting, running out of room. Finds a new man in the game in the corner who found Daniels,
That's his second 3's hit now, so not quite the level of Boston Pyadata, who's over in his corner again. Kate didn't even look at him that time. Wants a bit more action first. Heath misses it. Offensive rebound, Nijar.
So that's Cook. The foul is on Cook, number 27.
You see here, just a little bit late. You've got to box out Nijar because he is going to go to the rim and try and get rebounds whenever he can. Free throw short. Ihaka Kate to the bench. His night may be done. Is it with 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
It's a pretty good stat line.
And as he had those 3 fouls is about the only negative you can find from his game.
He managed to play pretty well with them.
And it's just a score bench issue here.
What's our man Tongia?
He's up to 21 points, 6 rebounds as well for him. I mean, you're just looking like everyone has done what they need to do. Truman Heath only 1 of 5 from the field, but 6 assists for him, 2 rebounds. Played solid defense and moved the ball where it should go. And then Boston Pyadata, 18 points, all from behind the 3-point line. 6 of 8 there, as he has just really stretched their defense. Now just double checking. We might be able to get a shot of Jaden Rosanowski at the scorer's table. And the statisticians just double checking something.
Whether it's 105 or 104. Yeah, they changed the score there.
So it's a quick discussion here. The teams on the court. There we go. And just as they go into talk, it gets said, right, that's fine. We're sticking with this. 105-68 is the score. Jonty Daniels will inbound, just over 6 minutes to go here.
Holmes throws it over the top. Cook.
It's just like we are driving to to the right no matter what the defence looks like. Foul drawn there. Was that number 4 that went that time? It was Eli Brookfield. I know him. One of the younger players for Rangiora. He does a bit of refereeing as well on Saturdays.
Holmes. No, not today.
Good job to get back into the play on defence though. Heath can't grab it initially, does track it down though.
The younger Kate. Oh, he's looking for the backdoor pass
Well,
there.
but who is it in the corner?
Oh my
and what does he want to do?
Oh my goodness, that was just a pure stroke.
He's like, I'm not cutting back door. How about you go there and I'll step behind you for another 3, number 7. No, ball gets lost, turnover. Kate.
Tracked it down, nice finish. Timeout. It is rolling away to a monumental score now.
Well, the 3-point percentage, is it going to be above or below 50 at the end of this game for Christ College? Currently 12 of 20, actually we'll say 40%. 12 of 29, 41% at the moment in the game.
We can't really recall them taking any bad ones either, so, you know, like it's all part of the offensive structure. You find the open man and the open man takes it when it's available. They've had a few late ones, I guess, that were really low shot clock when Rangiora managed to disrupt them a little bit, but generally speaking, they've just played within themselves.
I think when we look back at the stats, it's just going to be like, here's a mini Rangiora run and then a bigger Christ College run. Here's a mini run and a bigger one answered. Like,
unable to really sustain anything long enough. Every time they were challenged in any way, they turned it up.
Yeah, so sorry, that 3 hadn't even gone up, so they were actually 13 of 30, 43% from behind the 3-point line. 2s, what are they there? 67%, so 57% overall from the field. There isn't really a negative to poke holes in this box score for the Christ College team.
Now, every player, as Phil Burns was saying, every player just plays their role. They just do what makes the team work.
So Rangiora, they're looking at the scoring inside the arc, 20 of 37, so they've actually done okay there. And that'll help that a little bit. It's the 3-point percentage, 5 of 23, 21%, and they were on 0 for a very long time, so they've actually bumped that up a bit, but it's too little too late. And then the turnovers have usually been going the other way as opposed to from Christ College to Rangiora.
Cook thought about it, decided no.
Here's Jonty Daniels, can't make that one. Ball just got tipped there over to Holmes, he tracks it down. Daniels, and this is what I think he could do more. He takes a tough shot there. I thought he was going to spin back the other way.
Certainly had the advantage size-wise in there. They just really have never really positioned him to score on the interior.
Okay, Paidata, can he match 8? Not yet.
He was keen.
It's nice, like the team knows, like, we're just going to find this guy.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, they know. Holmes puts it on the floor and scores.
Yeah, it's a good finish there. Getting his shoulders past the defender. And then just that length to be able to finish at the rim pretty easily.
Been a tough day for the young man.
Here's Heath.
Inside. Nijar can't get it to go, but
that's just Heath, like shoulders past.
Yep.
You see here, really quick, and then bang, defense has stepped over.
And he gives it up. You know, Quinn Clinton, he's somewhat modelled this team on his own play.
Yes.
This is how he plays. It's no nonsense.
I feel like these guys have been playing faster than him. He was kind of the slightly slower change of pace, you know, like he'd trick you, lull you to sleep and then go past, but very mistake-free is the way you describe him.
Certainly well capable of getting you from the 3-point line.
Yep.
But yeah, they just work so well together.
Paidata heading to the bench. I think his night is done. 7 threes. What was it? 7 of 10. Yeah, 7 of 10, 21 points for him.
New man in the game, number 52, Flatman.
Yeah, Harry Flatman. And then another turnover there. So is that all of the Christ College players have been in the game now? Yeah, it is. He's the last one to enter the court.
See if his teammates can get him a look.
He's quite a bouncy young man, I think.
McQuillan. Lang this time, 3 doesn't go. Good rebound. Jenkins. Kick out pass. Hirawini has hit a couple in the game. Not this time.
And this battle inside, it's getting pretty physical there as these guys want to prove we deserved a bit more time on the court from Christ College. Rangiora they've got 2 guys still to come in, Quelly Mills, number 3, and number 11, Finn Chatterton. So we'll see if we might see them. This might be them heading to the bench there. There's the pass. Fake by Jenkins through the gap. And they just flip that up, drawing the foul, and it is the last 2 guys. So this is the nice thing about a blowout, win or loss. You can play everyone, and you don't have to think, I really wanted to get those guys in, but it might have really impacted the games one way or the other. So really good experience for these young guys here, getting to play in this sort of game and, get to see a little bit of what it's like and, what needs to change if we want to get back here next year or the year after. So Tawhiti Kate swings it up to Flatman.
I think we've done a disservice to Mr. Lang. I think he's on the floor now. And I think the guy we were missing was
Angus Eglinton.
Who did have a great game.
Brookfield knocked the ball away, whistled for the foul though. Yeah, have a look at this on the replay. He's measuring it up and, yep, you can see there. Got the ball, then a bit of arm afterwards. Yeah, you're right, we were trying to work out who that was. So number 12, Angus Eglinton. Where is he? And then Harrison Lang is number 13.
Yeah.
So Eglinton's at the front of the bench, just out of shot. We'll see him in a moment. Nija with the free throw. Drops out. Brookfield with the rebound.
Cook moves it on. Back to Cook. Hirawini. No place to go. Shot clock at 4 and it's blocked. Shot clock at 2 now. 2.4 to be sure.
Well, you'll be feeling pretty good about South Islands if you're Christ College, the way you've just played such an exceptional game in all phases here.
Out of time there.
Look at that, that's effort there, isn't it? Just going in, recognising where the pass is likely to be and then just knocking it away. Kate had plenty of work as the point guard tonight.
He's done a fine job too of covering for Tama Isaac, because you've got to put him in this team.
The 3 drops down. McQuillan that time.
How much better does it get with a backup NBL point guard?
I think it helps out a lot. I mean, the only weakness, if you want to call it that, is if they find someone sort of Sam Timmins size when he was in high school. Like, do they have the mass and the height to be able to guard someone who really just wants to bully you around the rim? That's what most high school teams are missing. Like, you're lucky if you have someone like that.
Exactly.
But, they've got perimeter size on the wing. They've got speed at the point guard position. And, you can say Truman Heath can easily run it. Tawhiti Kate can. And obviously Tama Isaac as well.
Lang this time in a nice pass. And the finish.
Yeah, big smiles here from Flatman. Went up high and got that bucket to fall with the foul. Here he is.
The whole crowd were excited for the young man.
One free throw here.
Couldn't get that one to go. Cook moves it up the floor. Back to Cook. Haraweni lines up a three. In and out. Story of the game, really, for Rangiora. Flatman moves it on. McQuillan. Still running their plays.
Exactly. Their level of effort and tempo doesn't really change no matter what the scoreline is.
Still executing.
And the supporters are in full throat now.
Here's Cook. Drive, kick, Hiraweni with a three. Can't silence the crowd at all.
Here's Kate. This is his chance. He knows the clock's finished up here. Shot clock is off. And there's that smile there. We've executed that pretty much to perfection, guys.
119 to 74.
Okay. A Rangiora team that never gave up.
No, they kept fighting. They just wasn't their day. They couldn't get anything to roll, and they've just been carved up really by a team that just executes from woe to go. So
I mean, they kept it on the whole time. Like there was never really a right Rangiora, we're doing this, and Christ College doesn't know how to respond to it or how to play defence. They just had all the answers, posed all the questions, and work out, well-deserved winners here, 119-74.
Yep, wire-to-wire winners, and these teams now, they'll go on to South Islands and look to qualify for the Nationals.
So his hand's being shaken here. So, I mean, in a blowout, it's really, really hard to pick an MVP. You think it's Ihaka Kate is who we're expecting it to be?
I would think so, but wouldn't be disappointed if Tongia got it.
Yep.
Or Parata.
Yep. Yeah, they're probably the three that
have a pretty good display of three-point shooting.
No, he did a tremendous job, 70%. All 21 of his points made from behind that three-point line. And, you saw that one from, I think it was from Tafiti Kate, who wanted him to cut back door, and he's like, no.
And
this is where I live.
It's not a Razzmatazz type scoring that he does either. He just compliments the other players and drills it when he's open. And they know how to get him open. So it's not like he's the main focus of the offense, but he just knocks it down when he can.
It's just the teams congratulating each other. So we're just about to have the trophy presentation. Sam Stringman is going to get Peter Magson, who we heard from at halftime, is going to present the Lincoln University Thomson Trophy to Christ College here, our 2024 champions. Referees for the grand final, they're just getting presented with certificates by Richard Kenny, Blake and Jaden Rosanowski, Raywin Willits. Just a fine job by them. And here we go, this is what we love. by the two teams here that have battled it out for number 1 Canterbury region this year. So now for the hard part for Sam Stringman. You've got to try and present a trophy here with Peter Magson. This is where you need to learn some of those tricks. One of the things is you try and get the coach's attention might be the way to go here. Well, they've got Ihaka Cape pretty close. So Ihaka Cape named as the finals MVP. I'm going to go and try and find him and get a quick interview with him now, Terry, and then we'll wrap it up. So thank you again for another fun evening of basketball.
That was great. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame it wasn't a little closer, yes. but we've seen a really, really good team put another team to the sword today. So,
all right, I'll go out and find him. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Peter Magson handing over the trophy. Here's James with Ihaka Cape.
All right, Ihaka, I think you might have you put some issues on who is the best player out of Waitakere Primary. MVP for Tyler Southgate last night, MVP for you tonight, second place last year, first place this year. How fun was that game? To have just some of the guys who had to do a little bit more tonight than what they normally might have been able to do, just rise to the occasion and prove that they belong here.
I mean, yeah, it was awesome just to get out there with all my brothers. Our biggest focus this year is to not focus on the individual, but to focus on how we collectively contribute to the game. And I feel like that shined bright in this game tonight. We all contributed somewhere, even if it was a matter of scoring the most points or even just playing the best defense on the team. Like, we really focus on really doing that collective contribution and working all together to get the result. And obviously that showed here tonight. So yeah, it was really awesome to stand on the court with my brothers to enjoy bringing this trophy back home, and it was awesome. It's just awesome.
Congratulations. It was clinical is what it felt like. Runs for like a pretty tough Rangiora team who never gave up, but you guys sort of never let them go sort of 7 points before answering back, and I think it was that defensive just on and on. Who do you want to give it a shout out to, from this team, one or two guys who just really, outperformed what they might have been expected from this game?
Well, of course, I want to give the biggest heads up to Quinn Clinton, our head coach. He is the root of this team, especially coming in last year. Our team was young and we were only just learning, but he's developed our team into I guess a weapon. And I guess the North Island's got to watch out because Nats, we're coming. And also I want to acknowledge our bench guys, like the guys that don't get much minutes. I know that they impact the court so heavily when they get on the court, and it's just awesome to see that we're such a deep team, and it's never like we're focused on the stars players in the team, but it's more like people think of us as, Christ College, their whole team is awesome. And I think, just a big acknowledgement to our bench guys who just come in out there and play as hard as they can, and it really translates in our victory here tonight, and it's just awesome to see.
I think you had the nail on the head. No one had a bad game in your team. Everyone contributed where they should. Step number one after this, obviously qualifying as high as you can at the South Island tournament. You play like that, I think there's going to be a pretty much foregone conclusion. And then, as you said, all of us here in Canterbury are hoping to see just tremendous success up there. So congratulations on the MVP and another championship. Thanks, Ihaka.
Great stuff. And there's a young man with his head screwed on. He's obviously bought in, as have all the players with his team. Quinn Clinton has got these guys playing clinically. And he was unwilling to name anybody. He didn't even want to name himself as an MVP, but he had a fine game and everyone did contribute. We talked about that throughout.
No, he's just an awesome young man. Like, he really, really is, and you can see that. Like, it's not those canned responses like, 100% team, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's thoughtful with how he does it, and, he's exactly right. Everyone contributed to that. Well-deserved winners there, and it was a real team effort to just win that comprehensively, I think.
And they got Tama Isaac to add,
Yes,
obviously,
yeah.
so that makes them even stronger than what they showed today, and they showed a lot with that 119-74 win.
No, well, thank you so much, Terry. Let's do this again next year.
Awesome, yeah, loving it.
So hopefully, I'm just hoping as commentators we have some more of the games like we did last night. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Shuriken Productions for this, what have we had? About 12 hours of basketball over the last 2 days. We're signing out now. Good luck to Christ College, all the Canterbury teams down at South Island tournament in the next week of action here. But that's us for 2024 Christ College, your Lincoln University Thomson Trophy Division 1 champions.
At Lincoln I did an undergraduate in sport and recreation management and then a master's in business, global management and marketing. The undergrad was awesome for building knowledge around sport management, but then starting a charity, doing that master's was actually vital to how Tamai's been built. Tamai Sports is all about removing the barriers for children who otherwise would not be able to play sports. It's nice to be able to provide some impact in a community. Obviously I'm biased, but sport does have the power to change the world and put a smile on everyone's face.
I'm a senior ranger here in Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. When I was at Lincoln, I studied a Masters of Applied Science. Getting to go out into the field and put my skills into practice really helped to set me up with the confidence and hands-on skills that I was looking for. I love the purpose that I'm working for. I feel really fortunate to be in this position where I can have some impact on what the future of this national park looks like.